Hi guys, it's DSLR Dan here. Basically today I want to talk to you about lenses. Lenses are one of the most important things you'll ever buy as a photographer, and if you invest well in a good lens or good range of lenses, then you'll never really have to buy another one, whereas you will have to buy other camera bodies because they wear out, they wear and tear, you may drop it and so on and so forth, but hopefully you'll never have to buy the same lens twice. There are three main things that you need to know when buying a lens. You have the focal length, the f-stop, and then if it does or does not have optical stabilisation or image stabilisation. And I'll get to all three of those things in a minute. Okay, so the first thing is the focal length, and you'll see on this little banner here that you have two main things. You have two numbers, then followed by a millimetre sign. And this, for this particular lens, is 18 to 55mm, and basically the smaller the number, the larger the field of view is, the more you can see in the viewfinder or on the live view. And basically the larger number, the closer you are to an object in the distance. But if I just change this to 18mm, you can immediately see much more of my surroundings. And if we change it to 55mm, we're now really uncomfortably close. And yeah, so if I move it back to 24mm, there we go. This is a nice focal length for vlogging. The next thing is the f-stop, and that is the amount of light that the lens is allowing onto the sensor. And this, for this particular lens I'm using, this is a rolling f-stop, so it goes from f3.5 to 5.6, and that is tied into the focal length. So when you're at focal length of 18, then the maximum aperture it can be is f3.5, and once you scroll back up to the 55mm end of the range, then the maximum you can do is f5.6. There are some lenses that you can buy which are fixed aperture, and like the two ones I have here, I have the f1.8 35mm prime, which was an absolutely stonking buy, and it was the best £150 I've ever spent, and it is just a great all-round lens because it's not quite as tight as the 50mm, and it gives you more flexibility with portraits and not having to worry too much about sort of like framing the picture perfectly first time round, because you can crop it in in editing. The next lens I have is the 70 to 200mm, which is a beast of a lens, and it weighs about 1.5 kilos, so you definitely have to hit the gym before buying one of these, or at least before carrying it around all day. And this is an f2.8, and that means that it will stay, the maximum aperture will be f2.8, and that means it will let in a vast amount of light, and it can throw the background out of focus amazingly easily. And this is great for again, for portraits, for motorsport stuff that I do, and also some of the live acts that I saw at summer in the city this year, such as Lanzafer and Miki. Okay, so again, brilliant lens. The last thing you need to know is if the lens does or does not have optical or image stabilisation. And basically what this enables you to do is go to a lower shutter speed, which allows to let in more light, which is great for low light circumstances, and then it will just stabilise it before even getting to the sensor. So brilliant, but it does cost a little bit more, so it really depends upon your budget. I don't really need it for this because I'm using a tripod. I don't have any assistance back there, so but yeah, if you're planning on moving into filmmaking, I would definitely recommend, and that's where I'm going to be heading into next.